Boston International Speedway. FSBRacing.com is on the air with the Aero 88 Series Friday nights. How's everyone doing? I'm Greg, and we should have a great race tonight on this little oval here. It's just a little over a mile in length, and it's fast, and got about a 23 car field tonight. We got some top-notch racers, and I expect it to be a very competitive race. 200 laps here at Boston. So let's take a look at our qualifying order here as happy hour winds down. Robert Bokum on the pole, teammate Sean Johnson on the outside pole, row 1. Row 2 is Ken Shea and Mike Guidry. Row 3, Pops Marguson, Alan Myers. Row 4 is Ken Hansen and Jeff Hale. And rounding out the top 10 in row 5 is Bill Yarbrough and Ken Soska with a nice run. And then all the way down to 15 guys taking some qualifying time. The rest of the field did not, including notables, starting in no particular order. The 15 of Matt Watkins starting shotgun on the field. He's taken this upon himself. He usually does not qualify now, and rolls the dice and tries to work his way up to the front, and it's usually successful. Mark DeSenza's back there, Mike Pruitt, Guy Petrus, so some fast cars are in the back there. Joe Cutt, also admin Joe Cutt, also starting there 16th. So good sized field. Boston, as I said, 1 mile oval. I'm listening in here on some of the guys' radios.
All we got to do is just everybody carry their weight. We'll be just fine at the end of this thing. 10-4. Final bud.
Drivers to your cars. You hear the command to get to the cars, and you see the drivers are lining up. There's Sean. Robert has not joined in just yet. But yeah, nice size field here, 23 cars. We're here at Boston International, and like I said, it's just a tick over a mile. Interesting shaped oval, not a traditional oval. And let's see here. There we see Apple Collision Centers, by the way, of course, before I go anywhere else. Thank you, Apple Collision Centers. They are our sponsor. And here we get the command.
Drivers, will you please start your engine?
Some chatter there from the crew as they come off, and as I said here, things happen quick here at Boston. It's just a 1 mile oval, so we'll get right to the action here as pace car leading the field. Robert Bokum on the pole, as I said, teammate Sean Johnson there in the 5 car right on the outside. We got some good camera angles here at Boston, being it's a smaller track, so we see the Corvette doing a hard left turn there to start this race. Robert Bokum will lead us down. Green flag is flying, and we're off and running here at Boston. Robert Bokum leads us down. Sean Johnson on the outside. Remember, FSB rules, no passing to the backstretch. So now we are on the backstretch. So now passing can commence for the field. There we see teammates, the 30-101, Mike Guidry, Alan Myers, off to good starts. Good qualifying for them. Ken Shea there third, right behind Bokum Motorsport teammates Sean Johnson, Robert Bokum. So off to looks to be a clean start here. Let's get the code down through the field just a little. There we see the 29 Jeff Hale, 07 of Ken Soska there, and the Monster Energy ride. Very noticeable with the bright green. 54 Bill Yarbrough. Courtesy Pops Marguson there going on the outside, way up. 25 degrees of banking here in the corners here at Boston, and Pops using every degree there. Mike Guidry battling Pops for that position, still has it. Pops wants it. There we see the 9 of Ken Hansen. He's doing what he does best. He just finds himself a good position, stays clean, logs laps, and then when it's time to go, he likes to be there, and he's shown that he can get to the front and stay there and win. And right now we see Sean Johnson has taken the lead over Robert Bokum in the running order. We see just 4 laps in here so far at Boston International, FSB Racing, Aero 88 Series here Friday nights. Yes, my partner Milt Mintner is missing. And there we see, 99 getting loose and collecting the 32 car, and then collecting the 9 once again. So unfortunately there for Ken, Pop's got a little loose, and Ken had nowhere to go. I'm looking, and caution of course is out. Pace car picking up Sean Johnson, our leader. There we see Pops getting going again. Pops just got a little loose, collected Ken Hansen there unfortunately. And the 32 car also was involved. So we'll check on those guys there as everyone catches up to the pace car. Tough break there for the 9 car. Pops was working that high side. It looked like he got just a little loose there. And back end came around, and kind of as it came around right in front of Ken Hansen, contact was made. And then also 32 was behind the initial spin, couldn't blow it up in time, and more contact. So those 3 cars involved, everyone else seemed to avoid it successfully. We see the 15 of Matt Watkins in, the 6 of Mark DeSenza in, 151 in. There's the 72 of Mike Pruitt. There's our admin Joe Cutt. Mark Favorite is in. There we see Ken struggling there. It looked like, let's see if we can change cameras here. There we see the 9 and the 99 both involved in that incident. We see the rest of the field streaming out of pit lane. We're here up into the FSB helicopter. I think it's piloted tonight by our good friend, boss man Jim Ray, is in the helicopter seat, so we won't be able to talk to him, but appreciate the boss lending the helicopter for the race. We see Ken was able to get going again. Pop's still in the pits. Then Francisconi in the 16 car leaving as well. So we see Pop's now leaving as well. Staying on the lead lap, I believe, is 2, which is of course important, yes. So everyone's still on the lead lap. And we see lights still on the pace car. We're going back through the field. There we see 72 of Mike Pruitt there. Got a service done. Taking a look at the 9 car, Ken Hansen. No visible front end damage there. So good sign. See the 88 car, Joe Cutter. Camaro, all right. There's the 6 car, Mark DeSenza, also carrying our series sponsorship, Apple Collision Centers, which we'd like to give a shout out to them. Hopefully they're watching and enjoying the broadcast. Apple Collision Centers, thank you for the sponsorship of the Aero 88 Series, and also with Robert Bokum, carrying colors for Robert Bokum as well. Taking a look here at the running order. We see the 18 car did take the lead from this yellow. We're 9 laps in just. There we see the 151 of Guy Petra. 43. There's a 43 car there. That's Rick Bisconer. And that classic STP car. Looks like now we're seeing the 32 car moving to the inside, so the 32 car now is showing a lap down from repairs. Might have took it to the garage, got some repairs done, now he's back out. Going further up the field here. See the 108 Dog Palmer carrying that dog on the hood. 23 of Jim Scharf. 54 Bill Yarbrough. There's Ken Saska. Ken Shea and Robert Bokum. 1 and 2. Robert Bokum taking the green yet again. And we're back racing here at Boston. Taking that green at lap 10 of 200. Grueling laps here at Boston. Let's see if we can stay green for a bit here and get some racing under our belts. 1891 lead the field away. There's the 07 and 54, our next runners, the 23 and the 108, also with good starts. See the 151 of Guy Petra up high out of the groove. You can see the black, the dark part of the track. That's the groove. That's the sweet spot of the track. You see some guys, including Guy, getting up above that, and you can't get some momentum and get high and get some runs. And you can see Guy Petra had to lock it up with the 23 getting a little loose, and now we see some smoke as well. And caution is out. And take another look here. And it looks like the 29. And oh my, the 101 got a little out of shape, it looked like. Let's see if everyone gets safely by. Yes, it looks like they did. Hopefully not too bad of damage there for Jeff Hale. Just bad luck for Jeff. Wrong place, wrong time. Let's take another look at this. Look to me, if we can move up to the 101 car. We see here the 101 got a run on the outside of the 32 though, and got a little out of shape and had to get on the brakes. And that accordion ended up the 29 into the 30, and the 30 got into the back of the 29. Then the 30 did drift up into the wall. It appears no one else took any damage. And we see Jeff Hale there locked it up there. We see Pops up on against the wall there, but did get by, no contact with the 29. So that's good for the 29 at least. Maybe not so good for Pops' car. But of course Pops involved in that earlier incident, so back in the field having to dodge some wrecks early on here. And we'll go back live. We're on lap 14. We're looking at Joe Cutter. He's in the 14th position here on the lead lap. Checking the running order here. We hope to have that ticker going, and I apologize. I still gotta do a couple little tweaks here to keep it looking proper. It's hard right now. I gotta do some adjusting and some trial and error, so we'll get it right for you and get that ticker back on. So apologize for that, but there's our running order. We see the 32 car is the only car on the lead lap. Not on the lead lap, I should say. 21 cars on the lead lap. The 77 car did not make the start. He had to apparently leave prior to the start of the race, so he did not get an official start. So 18 car is our leader, Robert Bokum. Billy Yarborough now showing second. Ken Shea second. Billy Yarborough third. Then we see the 151 of Guy Petra peeling off into the pits as we hit lap 15. Let's see if he gets tires or if he's just getting some gas. And yeah, it's gas only for Guy Petra. So obviously guys are trying, including Guy. I use the word guys and then Guy for Guy. Looking for a window there. There we see the 29 of Jeff Hale and the 30 of Mike Guidry, who were just involved in that latest caution there. That's our second caution of the night. Yeah, just a little contact here. We got first caution. Pops got a little loose there and collected the 9 car Ken Hansen. Second one there, the 101 car of Alan Myers got a little loose. And the 29 to 30 ran up on them pretty quickly. They got some things happen quick here. And it looks like we're getting ready to go back green. And there we see the flag stand waving that green flag. This 15 car Matt Watkins, as we said, started shotgun on the field. And we have an early incident here. And there's some wrecking going on. Let's hope everyone doesn't have bad damage. Ken Hansen involved, the 32 car. Had some issues there, I think, unfortunately, at the start of the race here. You see the 32 went in low and just got completely lost it. 23 hard into the wall, 108. 23 did a tumble. Mark Favorite, hard contact with the 32. The 6 car spinning. The 9 car down. The 151 taking evasive action. That was an unfortunate wreck there. One that we don't like seeing. But just an unfortunate. It looked like the car just broke completely loose on him. And just going through the field here, seeing how the 6 car was also involved in that. Taking a little look here. I don't see any telltale signs of damage. 151 also was slow. I think he avoided the car in 16 was also involved. The 108 did have some contact, so hopefully Dog can get some repairs done on the Thor Dog ride. And there you see him coming into the pits. There we see our pace car picking up our leader, Robert Wilkham, 54. Bill Yarbrough is running second. Unsettled to start this race here. Just 18 laps in of 200 laps. Yes, folks. 3 cautions in the first 18 laps. So let's hope these guys settle down. Give and take is the key here. And you just gotta get some laps under your belt here and get the feel for the track. And as the laps wear on, people will start driving better and better. We're watching the pace car here. The lights still on, so we'll check the full running order here, and we see the 32 car has retired, as has the 23 also involved in that accident. The 32 got loose and just as he spun, just hard hit by the 23. 108 was also involved in that, and you see he's back of the pack now, but still on the lead lap. So let's hope Dog can continue. We also see in 16th place there the 9 of Ken Hansen. He was also involved in that first incident with Pop spinning and collecting Ken, who had really nowhere to go, unfortunately. So we'll hope Ken can get that car repaired proper and get back in this race and be a competitive car like we know he can be. We see the lights are still on the FSB Corvette. Lap 20 of 200, so just 10% of this race complete. So 90%, 180 big laps to go, guys. So let's get going and let's do a little give and take. If you're a faster car, give the guy an opportunity and let you get by, and usually that's what happens. It's when you feel like you need to go, and you don't give the guy an opportunity to let you make a pass, and you get together. So let's hope these guys now, with 3 cautions here, have realized that they need to just settle in and do what they need to do. Looking at our top 5 there, we see some decent cars. We see Mark Favorite, who was also involved in that incident. I don't think he must have had too much damage, because he's out there running top 5 right now. So, and he did mention even before the race there that he felt this isn't one of his better tracks. So Let's see how he does here in the top 5. Robert Bokum, our leader, lights are out. Bill Yarbrough second, Sean Johnson third, Matt Watkins fourth. So Matt Watkins goes from 22nd to fourth in 20 plus laps. No surprise there for Matt Watkins. There's our leader, Robert Bokum. He's led a bunch of laps so far. Sean also has led. Bill Yarbrough would like the lead. He's in second. And he's going to follow Robert to the green. There we see the pace car making the hard left. And the engines rev up and we're green flag racing again, folks. FSB Racing, Aero 88 Series here, Friday nights. Glad you could join us. The 18 car here is in the lead. 54 car Bill Yarbrough right behind him. Let's see if we can get some green flag laps under our belt here. Top 3 are right in your picture. The 18 Robert Bokum leading. 54 Bill Yarbrough looking on the outside. Oh, and Sean Johnson hard into the wall. And now Mike Guidry hard into the wall. And let's see if we stay green. We do. Wow, that was Sean Johnson got hard into the wall. It looked like the car, hard to say, but man, I think the car just took off on him. So right now Robert Bokum first, Bill Yarbrough second. That hasn't changed, but what has changed is Sean was third. Now he is much farther back. Matt Watkins third. And we see another car getting loose. It's the 43 car. And caution is out this time. Caution is out. And taking a look back, we see a 43. Oh, there was a wreck ahead of him, and he took evasive action, and wow, hit hard too. Looks like Doug Palmer's involved there. Let's take another look. Let's follow Dog here. And see what happened. Looked like it happened even way further in front of that. Ken Soska got really out of shape there. Let's rewind this even more. And it looks like he just got loose. Went up the track. And guys trying to woe it down. There we see the 43 hard in the wall. Dog was able to just spin the car out and not have any damage other than hurt some tires there. He was able to woe it down. Caution came out. He will not lose a lap. But Ken with a hard hit there into the wall. We see him in the pits now. So fourth caution of the night. Another car getting loose. That's a couple cars now that is pushing it just a little too much maybe. We see stops happening. Let's check on the 18 car Robert Bokum. We see looking back now, this is not live, but we're seeing pit stops from the leaders. Matt Watkins not amongst that group. We see Mark Favorite getting in. There we see the 54 peeling off, and there we see Robert Bokum, of course our pole sitter, getting the preferred first pit stall. There we see teammate Sean Johnson, who glanced off the outside wall there. Let's see when Robert leaves. When Robert leaves the pits here, we'll stay with Sean Johnson and see if we can watch some repairs happen in here. There we see the 54 and the 44 leaving as well. 101 of Alan Myers leaving. Mike Guidry there also, remember, he when Sean got out of shape, maybe a little chain reaction there. Mike took evasive action, got into the grass a little and maybe into the inside wall, but he's in the pits, so he was able to. And then we see Sean did get out of the pits. We see Mike still in the pits. Now he's coming out. So some repairs. Pit road's a busy. Mechanics earning their money early on here in Boston. Lap 27 to 200. Matt Watkins is our leader. Did not pit. Jeff Hale second. Also, I believe, all the way back to the 18 car. So the top 8 electing to stay out here. We haven't really had a lot of green flag laps, so not really surprised that some guys elected to stay out. The lights are still on the pace car, so let's do this. Let's introduce you to our top 5 here. 15 of Matt Watkins. DK, you know what that means? That's Donkey Kong. And Matt Watkins is our leader. Jeff Hale in the Walking Dead BMW. 29 car, he's in second. Mark Senza, Apple Collision Centers, our series sponsorship. Thank you very much. Is in third. 72 of Mike Pruitt. Jack Daniels. Monsoon Motorsports with teammate Matt Watkins there. Nice job so far by Mike. Started there toward the back. He's in fourth. 5th place car, also keeping our liquor theme. Jack Daniels, Tennessee Honey. Steve Weber in 5th. Monsoon Motorsports. Matt Watkins with some teammates there in the top 5. He likes that. And speaking of Monsoon, there's another one of them, 91 of Ken Shea in the big Buick. Guy Petra, 151 car. Ken Hansen bouncing back. Let's go back to our leaders. That's the 15 of Matt Watkins. You can hear those engines getting angry. And when the engines get angry, that means we're getting ready for green flag racing. And we are. Matt Watkins is our new leader. He will lead us down for the first time. And Matt Watkins is a green flag racing. Jeff Hale second. Mark DeSenza third. Mike Pruitt fourth, excuse me. So Matt leading his first laps of the race here under green. Going back through the field, we see 72 car. Ken Shea making a strong move around Steve Weber there and taking the position. See the 9 of Ken Hansen up high. There's the 18 of Robert Bokum. Robert, of course, did pit, so fresh tires, Robert Bokum. Fresh tires, 54 Bill Yarbrough right behind him. They were 1-2 before this caution. They elected to come in. Some other people elected to stay out. There we see Sean Johnson trying to bounce back from clipping the wall. You see a big scramble here. Jeff Hale gets underneath Matt Watkins. And that's a challenge for the lead. Let's take a look. Jeff getting a little out of shape there on that inside line. A little squirrely. Taking a look from overhead. And there you see how close the racing is. The 29 to 6. Almost touching there. There you see Robert Bokum trying to already make the comeback into the top 5. So pit stop and fresh tires paying off for Robert Bokum. Ken Shea trying to join this top 4. Matt Watkins there, Mark DeSenza, Jeff Hale. We see some smoke here. Let's see if we have a caution. We do. Pops is slowing. And oh, and there was a little contact between Bokum, Robert Bokum and Mike Pruitt, and Mike spun, and wow, some contact avoiding him. The 99, the 88, the 108 again, the 16. All involved in that. Looked like a car also disconnected or retired. Mike Pruitt there, just with a little contact from Robert Bokum, and that was enough to get him out of shape there. So uncharacteristic there, Robert Bokum. Yeah, that's one of the rare things that you'll ever see there. But unfortunately, it did happen. There was some contact there, and it brings out another caution here at lap 33. Let's go back live, and we can see the retirements here. The 101 of Alan Myers and the 07 of Ken Soska have now also retired. So we have 18 cars running, and all 18 cars are showing on the lead lap. Joe Cutt, Mike Pruitt there, Dan, all involved in this latest caution flag as we make lap 35 here. So again, not really unsettled race here at lap 35. This is, I believe, our 6th caution, 5th or 6th caution. So that's a lot of cautions for this series, to tell you the truth. Just some contact here and there, and some guys getting loose. But that's enough here at Boston. It's a fast track, and when guys get loose and hit the wall here with that 25 degrees of banking, you tend to want to slide back down the thing, and that's when people have to scatter, and two people want to use the same little escape route. They come together and then become a further wreck of the initial incident, and that's what we've seen happen here. But right now, Matt Watkins is our leader, and he's managed to stay out of the carnage. You can see our average speed just 84 miles an hour. I mean, I could run around that track just as fast as that. So let's see if we can get that speed up. Lap 36 of 200, still plenty of laps remaining, people here. 164 laps remaining. Lights are out on the pace car, so we will be going back green. Matt Watkins will lead us down. Mark Descenza second, Robert Bokum third, and Bill Yarbrough fourth. So let's see if we can get it to click this time. 15 car leading, the 6th second. There's here Robert Bokum, Bill Yarbrough, third and fourth. Just scroll through the field here. Looking at the 83, the 5 and the 44 there, our next group of cars as we get back to green flag racing. 44 of Mark Favorite, the 5 of Sean Johnson. You see 83 Steve Weber, a little high there. Sean takes advantage, so does Mark. See if Mark can complete the pass here as we get into the turn. Looks like he was successful, and looking at our next pack, we see the 29 of Jeff Hale, the 30 of Mike Guidry, 91 of Ken Shea, and the 151 of Guy Petra. Those are our next batch of cars here. You see the 30 and the 91 getting real close there. Mike able to hold off the 91 for the moment. We see the 29 closing down on the back bumper of the 83 car right ahead of him as well. As we continue to go a little further back in the field here. We see the 72 of Mike Pruitt just involved in that latest caution there. Let's see how his car reacts. But Mike was way up there and looking pretty good. So let's see if he can gather it back in and work his way back to the front. Mike also up there in the points. So hopefully he'll be able to continue, stay on the lead lap, and move up and gain some of those positions he just lost. 16 of Dan Francisconi also has been involved in a couple of dust-ups here, trying to woe it down, and etc., etc. 88 of Joe Cutter also was involved in that latest one. Had to woe it down. There we see Pops, who was involved in an earlier incident and had some contact. 9 also, and the 108 also involved in earlier incidents. Dog's been dodging cars all night long, it seems like. And there we see the 43 car bringing shotgun on the field. Back to the lead, we see Matt Watkins and Robert Bokum. 1-2, we see Robert looking to take the lead there onto the inside of Matt Watkins. Let's see how this gets handled. Each guy, Matt working that outside line, Robert going down the inside line. Fastest way around is probably the inside line here. And it looks like Robert is able to take the lead, and he will lead that lap there as Matt now makes a power move on the outside. And man, looked like Mark DeSenza had to really get on the brakes there, or might have had contact with his teammate Robert Bokum, and then that allowed Robert to go back ahead of Matt Watkins. So a little tension there at the front. The 6 had to kind of lock up there. the 54 Bill Yarbrough and the 5 of Sean Johnson also took somewhat evasive action in anticipation of something happening, and it hasn't happened. So everyone has gathered it back in. The 18 is our leader, 15 second, Matt Watkins. 6 of Mark DeSenza, third. And then we see Bill Yarbrough, Sean Johnson, and Jeff Hale now in 6th. All trying to catch this lead group, and they're all kind of nose to tail now. And we see the 29 getting a good run down on the inside here. And let's see if he can make it stick. Sean trying to keep that position. And he manages to fend him off for the moment. The 91 of Ken Shea also joined in this group. So big lead group here. We see the 54 now, Bill Yarbrough, gets shuffled to the outside, and Jeff Hale takes advantage of that, as does Sean Johnson. So those two move up. Bill Yarbrough moves back two. Now Ken Shea wants to take a position from him as well. You can see a gap has developed now between this lead pack of cars, anchored right now by Ken Shea, but making a move on the outside of Bill Yarbrough. Looks like Bill will fall back yet another position. So let's see if Bill can keep with this pack. That's what you got to do now. Then we see the second group of cars led by the 44 of Mark Favorite, 83 of Steve Weber right behind him, and then Mike Guidry, Guy Petra, Dan Francisconi, and the 72 of Mike Pruitt. So Mike is able to keep with this second group of cars as they try to fight their way toward the first group of cars. Taking a look, we see that there is a, where is that? About a little over a second gap between Mark Favorite, who we see right there, and the 54 of Bill Yarbrough. Bill is on the tail end of this lead group of cars, and we see Mark Favorite, who is our lead car on the second pack. And then we see the gap about a half of straightaway. We see some two wide racing as well. Jeff Hale working the outside line. He's gotten a run there on the 6 car. Ken Shea trying to follow that outside line and take a position as well. And Matt Watkins there in second. Now Jeff Hale looks like has cleared the 6 car and taken that third position from him, but Mark DeSenza battles back. Ken Shea getting up a little high there too. You gotta be careful here at Boston. You can get a little too high and get the car out of shape. Almost some contact there between the 91 and 54. These guys are racing hard. Let's go further up. We see Matt Watkins is under fire by the 29 car, and the 29 of Jeff Hale has gotten by him. So that puts Jeff Hale up to second. Robert Bokum enjoying the racing behind him as he stretches out of his biggest lead of the night. Jeff Hale second, Matt Watkins third. Sean Johnson coming back from that glance. Oh no, and there's contact between the 91 and the 6, and it looked like he was trying to avoid the 5 car. They slid up some, I wouldn't call heavy contact, but there was contact. And let's see what happens. A big gap has now developed. So let's move up. We see our leader, Robert Bokum, second, Jeff Hale, third, Matt Watkins, fourth, Sean Johnson. Then there was the looked like